Hey there!
Ahoy hoy!
Welcome to Aren't We Special? I'm Lee Service.
And I'm Aaron Hill.
Every week on Aren't We Special, we take turns choosing a stand-up special. We watch it, and then we talk about it.
Yeah, but it's not a review. We're not
Nope.
critics. We're comics. Talking about stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy, my favorite art form.
Not mine, but we're still here.
Close second.
Close second.
All right. Enjoy the show.
I enjoy interpretive dance.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Aren't We Special? Episode 16? Episode 16.
See, but we're doing seasons, though.
Sorry, episode 4.
I don't want to do math.
I don't know.
It's season 2, episode this
4,
one.
yeah. I don't think the seasons matter too much to the listener.
Well, if and when we take a break.
Yeah. We'll end on a season, and
That
then we'll be back with
That will be the end of season 1.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
It may take 500 episodes.
Yeah.
Longest season ever.
I like it. So, we left last week on a cliffhanger.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
We're jumping right back in?
We have to. The people have
I was going to tease them a little bit, maybe draw it out. Like,
you want to?
Maybe let them forget about it. Maybe let them get angry. Hey, you didn't bring back the thing.
You haven't been seeing the emails?
Oh, fuck. The people. Give the people what they want.
So at the end of last week's episode, I sounded off like a diva about how I feel that comics at open mics, shows, indie shows, I'll say, have an idea of what your joke is. I understand that you're trying new stuff, but have an idea. Like, have more than just a one sentence on your phone or in your book. Have a general idea where you want to take it. Because if all you're doing is saying, I don't like this or I like this, it's not anything yet. Anybody can do that. You're supposed to be a comic. You need to have at least some type of interesting perspective on it or something that's silly or funny, because you're just wasting everybody's time. Because we want to make these events a popular thing that people want to go to. We have a lot of great comics here in Ottawa. And, I want to invite my friends to come out and come to the show. But if you're standing up there and you've got less than nothing, it makes everyone look bad. And then, they almost feel bad for you for partaking in such a god-awful event.
Yeah.
So that was my take, and whatever. Maybe I'll get some shit for it, but that's what I'm saying. I mentioned this at the end of the episode last week. You looked like you had something to say, but we were out of time.
Out of time. We turned into pumpkins. But we're
did.
back. And
So what do you got? So you've had a whole week to think about it. So
yeah, I've done some reflecting. Believe
all right.
me.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and as a person who tends to be prepared for my sets, I'm with you, but I don't rule out the opposite either, because I've seen enough times now where people who okay, so let's say this, okay? Let's say there's people who are unprepared in the sense that they go up and they look at their phone and it's half-cocked ideas about nothing and it doesn't really amount to anything. Can we also say being unprepared is doing the same set that you've done for 6 years verbatim and it's just rehearsed in your head? Like, that's a form of being unprepared too, right?
Yes, but that's more on like a person. That's for you as an artist, but at least you're giving the audience something.
Yeah, I guess, unless the audience has seen you in any time in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
I see value in all of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that way in the beginning. I felt the way you feel.
Okay.
I see the value now because, and you won't catch me doing it, really.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
try really hard not to, because I'm the same way as you. I want to put on something that's worth coming back to see.
that's
I want to leave them with a good taste in their mouth.
And that's apparent. And I've seen you working stuff out before. And even when you're just trying stuff out for the first time, your delivery is down. You know how you want to say it. You know what you want to say. You know how you want to say it. If it works or not that's anyone's guess. It's a brand new joke. But at least you know what you're delivering. You have something to deliver. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have anything, either don't do it or have something, like.
But again, I'll take the opposite stance,
where it could potentially become something. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'll say going up with nothing but a note on your phone and going through that. Believe me, it's uncomfortable as a comic to go up with nothing, even if they feel like they're just playing it off. It sucks.
Yeah.
That's a skill set in and of itself, right? I mean, what if you're on stage as a professional, something weird happens, brings the show to a screeching halt, you got to bring it back up from ground zero. That's a skill.
Yeah.
Right? That's a skill that potentially going up with almost nothing can help develop.
Okay.
Now, it's not my choice. Again, you're probably not going to see me taking that approach, but
No.
I understand that, my take on it really is that there's no wrong answer. If you get up on stage, it's all going towards something. You might not know what that something is, but it all comes back around at some point. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I tend to think it's disrespectful to the audience, but I'm not going to say it doesn't count for something, because I think it does. It's just not my choice to do that approach. That's
fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I wouldn't have said that in the beginning at all.
Right.
But it's just I've seen it enough to know that, sometimes, or just sitting in silence, that's a skill. It's a skill that I think a lot of comics can get better at, and going up with jack shit teaches you how to sit there in silence. It's uncomfortable for everybody. Mm-hmm. But being able to hold it and stay in that pocket, that's where mastery comes in at some point. So it's not for nothing. Again, not my choice, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, I think...
But also don't invite your family to a fucking open mic.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
For sure. But it was... it wasn't family. It was...
Fair, yeah.
But... But I don't know.
Well, do, and I get look. I've been to a million, but I've seen that on pro shows too.
People want you to bring people, right? Like if you and here's the thing:
we need audience members.
Yeah,
it doesn't work without the audience.
It doesn't work without the audience, and I'm finding that when I first started, it was easy to get large groups of friends to come out and see me because it was new, and I find as it's continuing, and as you invite friends out, and every once in a while you get some shows that are not so great. You know what I mean? And then the friends start becoming less liable to come out and support you because they're like, yeah, we like being there to support you, but then we have to sit through an hour, or
Can you blame them?
I can't.
Here's what I'll say though: there's a difference between indie or open mics and pro shows, because I've been on pro shows where people took that approach, and I wanted to fucking take them and walk them around to every audience member and be like, give them their money back. You owe these people money.
Yeah, that's
They
brutal.
spent fucking money to see you, and you sat up there and jacked off for 8 minutes. Go fuck yourself.
That's brutal.
It makes me so angry.
Yeah. And there's one thing, because you hear about Chris Rock being like, everyone freaking out because he pops into a club and then he goes, calm down.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be thunder and lightning.
Yes.
I'm trying out new stuff. But still, it's Chris Rock. You're going to be stoked to see it. But anyways, that's a whole thing. And it's a tricky thing to talk about because I don't want anyone to think, obviously, that I'm talking about them. And I'm not talking about anyone specifically.
Oh, we all know who you're talking about, Lee, believe me.
And it's just about being prepared and having something to offer. I just feel like, if I had to compare it to being a musician, I'm not going to show up to a gig or even to an open mic and be like, well, I have an idea for a song that's about this, and I think it's going to be in the key of C. And then I just start playing and kind of like trying to find a melody. Like nobody wants to see, like, and I get that that's not a good comparison because you have to do that in comedy.
No, I think it's a decent comparison.
To an extent, but like have a found like if you were doing that as a musician, you would at least have a melody and a chord progression to work off of.
Yeah.
So I'm saying in comedy, have at least a foundation.
Now there's another element to it that I'll throw into the mix. You know, I went down to Toronto. This would have been a few years back. For a couple days, we booked. I think we had 2 or 3 shows a night, and honestly, dude, so many of the shows, we were the most prepared. Because in Ottawa, it's not, stage time isn't as plentiful as it is in Toronto, we tend to be more prepared than them. Because in Toronto, you can get up 3 times a night. It's nothing to just burn a set, and you can just go up and just freewheel it or do whatever you think is, you know, instinctive to you. But we were all sitting around like, people fucking suck.
Yeah.
But it's just a different market and it's a different economy of stage time. You know,
that makes sense.
Again, I wouldn't recommend taking that approach per se, but it's just supply and demand, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not an economist, but.
Well, and so what I've been doing for the past couple months is I've been trying to like book like a week of shows, take a week off, week of shows, week off. So I'm trying to like perform, write for a week, perform new stuff, write for a week. And it seems, and because we've talked about it before, I just don't like being in writing mode all the time because it's too consuming. So for that week when I'm doing shows, I'm more able to like live in the moment and just like focus on performing. And then during my week off, focus on writing or whatever. So, but it's nice because, you know, I'll get a bunch of new ideas during that week and then I can put them together. And But anyways.
I had a half decent segue into something I had. So I had a set, I don't know, last week, I guess. And I felt bad because I wasn't as prepared as I almost always am.
Yeah.
And I felt shame about it. I don't think anyone else really gave a hoot.
No.
But the reason was I'd had this like really intense weekend the previous weekend. So I had a death in the family. And we went out to Guelph area on the weekend for a celebration of life. And so we drove down Saturday morning. The celebration was in the afternoon on Saturday. And then we drove back Sunday morning. So it was just action-packed weekend full of driving and grieving and drinking.
Yeah.
And I came back and I wasn't sure, I didn't feel funny.
Right.
I was grieving.
Yeah.
But again, this is what we were talking about last week, where it's like sometimes you don't feel like doing it, but you go out, you get into the room, suddenly the chemistry in your body changes. Now you're in the mood. Now you hear a couple of yucks. You want to bang.
I was going to say, you get that first laugh and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, here we go.
So I did that, and it wasn't that. It was just, I was lifeless, and it kind of sucked.
Right.
I forget what the point of that. Anyway.
You were hard on yourself.
Oh yeah,
about
I felt shitty. But again, it's like whatever. I mean, sometimes you just got to try, and it doesn't always work. But like I was just like, well, maybe performing will get me through the grieving, but it didn't. Anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless, I wanted to talk about it because so we were at this like kind of, it was a hotel, but kind of motel vibes.
In Guelph?
Yeah, just outside in Elora, Ontario.
Yep.
And basically, the rooms were all small enough that no one could, we couldn't gather in any one room.
Right.
We didn't have the space because it was like me, my brothers, my aunts, uncles, my mom, da-da-da-da. But they had a parking lot outside in the back, and then like basically a strip of grass around the building that was like maybe 10 feet wide, and some picnic tables on the back. So we all went out back to the picnic table and had some drinks after the celebration of life, right? So, you know, we're just yucking it up, you know, not being like crazy disturbing, but we're having a good time. We're having some drinks, some laughs, whatever. And we're out there for probably like a good 2.5 hours. And at one point, maybe an hour in, this fella pulls up in his car right in front of us, gets out. I don't know if this is important for the story, but I'm going to mention it anyway. He was a black fella.
Okay.
My family, obviously, quite white.
Yep.
Quite white. Now this black fella, he's got a 6-pack of Bud Light Tall Boys.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, he might have more. I don't really remember. But I think he went out, he saw us, he came back, he grabs the Bud Light Tall Boys. He comes and he puts them down on the picnic table. And he says, there you go, guys. Have a good time.
Whew.
And we were all kind of like waiting for someone to say that they knew him or start the conversation like, oh yeah, we were in this together or whatever.
He's just a beer angel.
It never happened. This guy just said, well, see you later. And he walked away. And he's our Bud Light angel.
Yeah.
And we all looked at him, we're like, did anyone know that guy? And it took us a few minutes, like, no, he just literally gave us beer and walked away. It was the most beautiful thing.
Amazing.
And then like part of us, well, some of us started to get skeptical, like what's the end game here? Is he gonna like come back with some kind of sales pitch? Or
Right.
does he just want to hang out maybe? And that's his in or whatever. He never showed up again. He literally just gave us fucking beer and went away.
Crazy.
So I know you're listening to this podcast right now.
For sure he is. He's one of our 30 listeners.
Bud Light Angel.
Yeah.
God bless you. You came through for my family in our time of need. Nothing could have done our situation better than 6 Tall Boy Bud Lights. And you didn't even let us properly thank you or say what's up. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to pay it forward one day. I'm going to carry the halo of the Bud Light Angel. Somebody's getting some Bud Light at some point. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it's going to happen because goddamn, what a gesture. They're still good in the world. Fucking right.
That's nice.
Isn't it?
Just drop off a 6-pack. You see someone having a good time. That's interesting because usually it's like you see someone having a rough time and you want to help them.
Yeah.
You see someone having a good time and you're like, have an even better time.
Well, this is what I don't understand. Like, perhaps maybe he heard us speak of like a funeral situation and took sympathy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have no context for any of it.
Yeah, who knows?
But that's kind of why it's beautiful because you'll never know. It was just a really awesome thing that a complete stranger did for us.
That's awesome.
Isn't it?
I love it. Bud Light Angel.
Hell yeah.
Lives.
God bless it. So yeah.
That's awesome.
I can't wait to turn the tables and be the angel at some point.
Yeah.
And just fuck up someone's day and have them wondering, is he your cousin? Who was that guy? Did you work with him? Who was that asshole who made our day way better?
He definitely wasn't at the celebration of life.
No.
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 Yeah. You would have noticed him
Did you?
among the white Lewises.
Quite white.
Yeah. Quite white. Quite white. Well, Bud Light Angel, lives matter. And should I blow? I won't blow the whistle for that one.
It's close.
I had something non-comedy related I wanted to talk about. Because we've been talking about physical media, like records and CDs and stuff like that. I know you recently got into vinyl.
Hell yeah.
And CD, are you going to CDs too? Or?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I've got a nice little CD collection. I've had them for a while. And I do have a little Discman that I can hook up to different stereos or whatever if I want to. But this is funny. Last weekend, we were at the Score in Kempville. You have one down the street here, but we also have one in Kempville. They had a VCR for $25. And this, I could tell it was like it had never been used. Had the remote hooked up to it. It was tested. It said works.
Damn. Usually when I see them for that price, it says as is. And I'm like,
exactly. And then you're not going to.
No.
And this is kind of funny because I've been doing a joke where I say I look like the kind of guy who likes to test out electronics at the thrift store.
That's right.
And here I am buying a VCR at the thrift store.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's so. I already have like 8 because they sell them for $1 each.
Yeah, yeah.
I already have a collection of 18 VHSs.
Amazing.
I have the Indiana Jones trilogy.
Sick.
I've got so many classics. Because nobody's buying them. So
Yeah.
they're like great movies, you know?
Yeah.
And back then you didn't buy a movie if it wasn't awesome.
Yeah,
So like
that's right.
the collection is pretty good. But man, what a time machine. Like
I was gonna
when
say,
you-
is it just instant nostalgia?
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And like because you get that like and the previews and even the sound is like it's analog, right? It's coming off a tape.
Oh,
So
there's
even even the sound is like warmer and like
yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching so one of the movies I got was Unforgiven. I'd never seen
Oh
it.
my God, amazing.
I didn't love it.
You didn't love it?
No.
Clint Eastwood, Unforgiven?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like okay, here's like I like westerns,
Yeah.
and I've always heard that Unforgiven is a great western, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, yeah, it's Clint Eastwood, it's Morgan Freeman. It's the first thing I noticed was that okay, it's gonna be slow for sure. It's
Yeah.
made in 1992,
It's a slow burn.
but I was like, the acting isn't phenomenal.
I gotta watch it again.
Check it out again, and then the story, and I'm like, well, it's going to be an amazing story.
Yeah.
I didn't find the story that great.
I just feel like it kind of all builds up to that end part where it just
Where he kills a bunch of people, fine, but like the story is that
can't believe you spoiled it.
the guy from 1992, the guy cuts up that lady at the whorehouse,
Okay, yeah.
cuts her face and stuff like
Yeah,
that, right? And then so this is the story. So then, and he's not doing anything about it. He didn't even rough the guy up. All he did was he made him give him some horses.
Yeah.
He took horses from the guy as like a fine
Yeah.
for cutting up this lady. So the ladies, the sex worker ladies, band together and put a bounty out to say kill these guys
Yeah.
because there was a pair of them, and we'll pay you $1,000, which is $1 billion back then.
Yeah.
So Clint Eastwood, who is used to be one of these guys who no longer, also hilarious how he just like leaves his kids. He's got, his wife is dead. He lives in this little house and they have like a farm.
Yeah.
And he's got two little kids. They look like they're 6 and 3 years old. And he's like, I'm going.
Well, that's what it was back then. Now you're the man of the house,
Yeah.
3-year-old. Here's a shotgun.
So funny.
Man the fort.
But here's what I didn't get. So it's all about, every Western movie is the same. It's a journey to go either kill somebody or rescue somebody or whatever it is, right? And I love them. It's a great genre. But it gets to the end. What I didn't understand is that the sheriff of this town, Whiskey Town or whatever, it's Big Whiskey. Cool band name.
Not bad. I prefer small scotch, but anyway.
All right.
That was stupid.
He isn't allowing. Do you want me to blow the whistle? He isn't allowing,
We need a shitty whistle too.
or like a, yes, like a womp womp.
Yeah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So what didn't make sense to me is why the sheriff of this town cares about the women having a bounty for someone to kill. What does he care about these guys? He already got his horses from them. They don't even live in that town. What does he care if somebody, it's the Wild West. It just didn't make sense to me.
I don't remember.
I didn't, yeah,
well enough
anyways.
to pick apart the plot holes, but
Anyways, yeah, I spent way too long talking about that movie. But anyway,
now I want to watch it. Now we'll talk. I'll watch it. We'll
okay,
talk.
I'll lend you my VHS
Yeah.
and my VCR. But yeah, on the flip side of that, I have a couple recommendations
Of what?
of movies or documentaries that I've
Go
watched.
on.
Can we do that on this
Yeah.
podcast? Because my wife got a
Water?
Disney Plus.
Water Demons on Hulu?
Water Demons on Hulu. No, my wife got a Disney Plus subscription because we got like a deal for like $3 a month for 3 months or something like that. So I threw on a documentary with no idea of what it is. It's called Sky King. Have you heard of this? Did you hear a story from like almost 10 years ago about a guy in Seattle who hijacked an airplane? He worked He's a baggage handler for the airline, and he jumps in an airplane and takes off with it. Dude, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's a baggage handler for this airline company. And so part of his job is also like to tow the planes around on the tarmac. You know, they hook up that bar. So it shows him, there's actual footage, and all of the, and him talking to ground control while he's up there is all real. And then it's like reenacted.
Yeah.
Unreal. Like the craziest story. Really crazy. He's like, there's actual footage. He pulls the plane up, he hops in, shuts the door, fires it up, takes off down the runway. He's in the air. Ground control's like, who's in this plane? Like, attention, flight, whatever.
Yeah.
And he comes on. He's like, yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. And they're like, okay, what's your call sign? He's like, I don't really know what that means. He's like, I'm a baggage handler. They're like, are you saying you just hijacked an airplane? He's like, yeah, I guess I did. Dude, unreal. I won't spoil it.
Okay.
But what unfolds
Well,
over
now,
the next...
like, what was the end game? And then, like, was he heading to Mexico? Is he suiciding himself? Like, what is it? Don't tell me.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
do you have Disney?
No, but I'll get around to it.
Okay, yeah, find it.
Yeah.
It's called Sky King.
Guy King.
Unreal.
Okay.
I like, yeah, really good. And then the other one I wanted to mention was a show called Fargo. It's not
Not the movie.
but the show. Have you
I've
seen
heard
it?
it's wonderful.
I just finished season 1.
But I love the movie.
The movie's amazing.
Yeah.
William H. Macy.
Yeah.
Incredible show though. Hey, you got Colin Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of great actors and actresses.
Yeah, I've heard it's very good.
Yeah.
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 No Frances McDormand, though.
No.
No.
She's amazing.
She's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Any more Lee's fresh picks for...
No, you got anything?
No.
Okay. I just thought we'd try something a little different there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down for music, too. I slowly want to transition this whole podcast into a music-based and then start a duo band and just take over the world.
Just do music.
But slowly but surely.
If we were going to start a band, what kind of band would it be?
Well, I've thought about that a lot. I don't know. It sounded pretty good when you were rocking the acoustic and I was playing some lead guitar there when we were waiting for Dean Del Rey's big interview, remember?
Yep.
Maybe something like that. It could be a little
Like an acoustic
electric duo.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could both
That's always nice.
presumably sing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's enough.
Yeah. Just write songs. See what happens.
Get a drum machine. Fuck it.
Yeah. You know, I've done recordings at home where just the cajon, mic'd up a cajon.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds great.
It sounds wonderful.
One of my favorite demos that I've ever done years ago was acoustic guitar, acoustic bass. I had an acoustic bass that I had rented with a condenser mic on it, and then I slapped the cajon. It sounds
Yeah.
That sounds great.
It's a wonderful sound.
And it's like everything's acoustic, and you know what I mean? Because you know how like a drum, even when it's like a good, you know, one of those good drum programs, it's still
No, I know. My uncle plays. He's a mandolinist.
yeah.
There's I think 1 or 2 acoustic guitars and a cajon guy and a bass. It sounds phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
It is all you need.
Mic it up. You're good to go.
Mandolin is also a meat cutting machine.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that weird?
It is very strange.
It's like, did you run out of words?
I've thought about this because I need one for onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, my hand gets a little tired.
Like the mandolin, the instrument is old.
Very
Old as dirt.
Yeah.
So presumably the instrument was the mandolin before the meat cutting machine.
I think there's just the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing sometimes. Like
When it comes to naming things?
why would the meat people talk to the musicians first? Hey, are we cool with all these names first? You know?
Like maybe they were unaware of the instrument?
Completely unaware. Because if you're a meat guy, why would you care about a band?
How does that even happen? Like, did someone, like, who named all the things? You ever think about that?
Yeah, there's those lakes in British Columbia that's like another lake, and then beside it is and another lake.
For real?
For real.
Huh.
Yeah, I know.
Someone got lazy.
Even you go up Highway 29 here, it's like Georgeville,
Yeah.
Elizabethtown,
Yeah.
fucking, you know,
They just need something.
it's a Frank, fucking,
Yeah.
whatever. It's just all guys' names.
Yeah.
You're just like, really? Couldn't think of anything. I've been to Field, Ontario.
Yeah.
Field, Ontario.
Was it a field? And then it
wasn't
wasn't
in a
even.
field.
You got there and it wasn't even a field, and you're like, "The fuck is this?"
Motherfuckers got me.
I got to field and it was a mountain. It was a town on a mountain.
See, that'd be fun.
I was pissed.
That'd be funny.
And then you go to mountain and it's a field.
You know what else pisses me? Why? It's all, I understand why, but every city in Canada, King Street, Queen Street, all of them.
Yeah.
We all have a King Street, we all have a Queen Street.
Yeah. That's true, right?
Because we're the monarchy, I get it.
Yeah.
And everything here is kind of named after something in
And then there's just
England.
like those like every town has like a Winchester. I guess that's also monarchy related, probably.
I don't know what you mean.
Or like Windermere. You know, like those weird street names. Like I swear there's a Windermere in every town.
No, but, yeah,
or
because it's all England. It's all
yeah.
named after that shit.
Yeah.
Waterloo, fucking Cornwall. These are
Right.
all English places.
And then you get to Cornwall and there's no.
Cornwall in England is actually a beautiful, respected.
Is it?
It's the complete opposite of Ontario. How do you like that?
There's no corn though. There's no wall made of corn, which is disappointing.
I haven't been there. You know what I saw Steve Hofstetter talking about too? He's like, all your fucking towns in Canada, all the major ones, they're all 3 syllables. And he's absolutely right.
Toronto, Ottawa, Vancouver.
Halifax, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Winnipeg, Vancouver,
Edmonton.
Calgary. They're all 3 syllables. Waterloo, Kitchener. What's the deal with that?
And the States aren't like that.
I have no idea.
New York, LA, Texas. Texas is a state. Austin.
Well, so this was the joke.
Those are all
that
2 syllable.
Andrew Packer, Toronto comic, who's doing very well for himself. He was on stage with Steve Hofstetter when this was happening, and he said, "Yeah, it's because in Canada we're capable of naming
3 syllables.
more than 2 syllables." Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do we watch today?
Should we get into it?
Let's do it.
This week we did Brad Williams, Starfish. And he's a little guy.
That he is.
He's a cute little guy.
I don't know about cute, but he's a little guy.
Yeah.
No, he's pretty good looking.
I thought he was cute. Maybe because we covered a Adam Ray special where he talks about being friends with Brad Williams.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forget what he said about him.
Well, I think his closer was actually a story about Brad Williams. He walks in on him fucking his wife or something like that.
And didn't Brad bring up having a buddy named Adam at some point? Or am I just imagining that?
Yes, he did.
He did, yeah.
But I still felt like I know this guy from somewhere other than Adam Ray. And I don't know if I'm just conflating him with other little people.
Yeah.
He
addresses that, yeah.
He's like, everyone,
Thinks I'm Wee Man or
you guys
Peter
are still
Dinklage.
trying to figure out if I'm Wee Man or
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage or whatever. Peter Dinklage, by the way, one of my favorite actors.
Great actor.
That guy's unreal. Like,
Not well liked in the midget community.
is he not?
No.
Why?
Because that Snow White controversy, where Disney was producing a live action Snow White, hired all, what do you call it? What's the name? Is it midget, little person?
I think you're supposed to say little people.
little
but-
people. Hired all little people actors to play the dwarves.
Yeah.
And then Peter Dinklage somehow took offense with that and said it's not fair somehow. And then they fired them all and did like an animated situation. So he basically lost a whole bunch of little people's work for some fucking reason that no one really understands. And Buddy, fuck, why can't I remember his name? Brad Williams calls him out. Not on this special, but in real, in other, just real life.
So wait, and what was Dinklage saying? He was saying you shouldn't.
He shouldn't hire these people, and I forget even what the reasoning was, but he made a big stink about it, and then Disney said, okay, let's just employ AI or something, or animation.
That's so weird.
Yeah, right? So, yeah, a bunch of the little community does not like the Dink.
Doesn't like Dinklage. Peter Dinklage is the perfect name for a little guy, too.
It's absurd how that... yeah.
So, what'd you think of the special? Had you watched previous Brad Williams
Never.
specials? No, me neither.
Never.
Me neither.
You know what? I really liked it.
He was good.
I didn't find it like groundbreaking, but I think that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
It almost felt like a throwback to comedy 10 or 15 years ago
Yeah.
when it was still the guy coming out and like he wanted to put on a show. He wanted to make it special. He had like strong opinions, passion. And a lot of his jokes were kind of like stuff that, like the structures that he used were stuff that I think we've heard before. I don't think he was breaking any new ground, but they work. And there's a reason that they were so popular is because they were really good for a while.
Yeah.
And then I think it got so saturated and everybody became like alternative or tried to do outside of the box or just establish their own identity. But this guy is just like, just straight middle of the road, fucking bangers. And I really liked it. And of course he had his message about, you know, the plight of little people and the types of comments that he gets and how he navigates that. And you know what? I really liked that too.
He does get earnest a couple times.
I know, but I came away with it, and I honestly, it did make me look at my own life differently because I'm like, there's been stuff in my life where like I still haven't got to the point where I'm comfortable talking about it on stage. But I saw that and I'm like, well, if this guy can make
Yeah.
a comedy special like that about his situation, then what the hell am I waiting for? And I've since written, I think, a half decent joke about
Nice.
it. So I'm like, this really, it did the job.
Sweet.
Like to me, that's what comedy should be. It should be somewhat inspiring, somewhat empowering.
Yeah.
You know, you see a guy like this making his way through life by yucking it up and you're like, fuck, if he can do it,
Yeah.
what excuse does anybody have?
Yeah.
You know?
He has so many jokes, like, and I'm assuming like the amount of material he has just about being a little person
Tons.
is insane.
And if you listen to him on a podcast,
And it's peppered through, like it's start to finish, like it's
in real time, he can do that like
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and it never stops. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
just constantly taking the piss out of yourself.
It's pretty awesome, but without really demeaning himself. I feel, you know, because he kind of does.
Well, yeah, it's all fun.
It's all yucks. Yeah. He's not. I don't get the sense. Well, I don't know. He walks a weird line. Again, I think this was like comedy of, I don't know, 2010s maybe, where it's like you kind of had an angle.
It did seem familiar.
Yeah, you had an angle, but and you definitely played on that in terms of like talking about your quote unquote disability or whatever it is that you feel your shortcomings or something. Literally, no pun intended, but
Yeah.
but he also didn't dwell in it. There was more to it than that,
Yeah.
and you came away feeling empowered as opposed to, oh, poor this person.
Yeah, you don't feel bad for him.
No,
And why should you? He's
killing it.
he's killing it. He's doing amazing. He's got a wife and a daughter, and he's friends with Adam Ray. That must be fun.
Pitbull.
He's got a pit bull, which I'm not a big fan of.
Pit bulls generally?
Yeah. Actually, did I tell this story already? A friend at work has a son in his 30s who, anyway, I won't get into the story, but the dog that he primarily cares for, walks and feeds and stuff like that, turned on him
Yeah.
and bit his thigh and just about severed his femoral artery. Just about killed the kid.
Yeah.
And like I've seen the photo of what he did to this
Yeah.
guy's thigh. Brutal. Here's the thing. I know that some of them are great, but not all owners are great, and they are wild animals. And every once in a while you get one that is not okay in the head a little bit. And if you mix that with a bit of bad ownership, not saying that he was a bad owner, but other people in the house maybe were, and then you end up with a possible life-threatening situation. For me, I just don't understand why people want a 75-pound killing machine in their 2-bedroom apartment. It's always people who live in the city. A lot of them don't take them out for proper walks and stuff like that.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a good pet owner, you shouldn't have any problems. But, like, if you're not, why do you have that thing? Like, you ever knock on someone's door and they have a dog in their house, and you can tell by how terrified they are of their dog getting out that it would probably eat you alive on the front step?
Dude, I'm a mailman.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, we have neighbors across the street, and they don't live there anymore, but the former owner was like, just, by the way, don't, like, have your daughter, like, actually no one should really, especially if my kids are outside and the dog is there, it will attack.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do you own this animal? You have little kids who have little kid friends. Like, it's like owning a tiger and just expecting it to not hurt anyone. Like, I just don't get it.
I've never owned a dog, full disclosure, and I'm not a dog person. Not by any disposition. I think it just never worked out that way. My mom always had cats. She was a crazy cat lady before it was cool. And my house was always full of cats, never had a dog. So I just never really established that rapport with dogs. And I don't understand them. Like, people will tell you what kind of dog they have. I'm like, I have no idea what that is or its characteristics or anything.
Right.
I've been around some cool pit bulls. I've been walking past a lot of uncool looking pit bulls. I don't know what the fucking pit bull situation is, but I'll tell you, I'm terrified of dogs. And dude, when you deliver mail, it didn't used to be this way, but now it is, with health and safety being what it is today. If you don't feel comfortable because of a fucking animal, you go to the next house.
Yep.
And there's a good reason for that. Every single year, we get people who are bit by dogs. Some way more serious than others. It's no fucking joke. Even a German Shepherd, if it's in, like, dude, there's a 6-foot fence and it's in the backyard. But if it knows I'm there, I'm not going to that fucking house.
No.
What's 6 feet to a German Shepherd? It could do it in a fucking heartbeat. And it will destroy you.
I used to work for Bell, and I used to do service calls for Bell. And I would have to go into people's backyards and in their homes and everything. I got bit a few times. Like, I was there for 3 years. I got bit a few times.
Yeah.
And one of the technicians, got dragged under a deck by 3, if they were pit bulls or Rottweilers, whatever, one of the dangerous ones. Like, they were going to eat him.
Yeah.
Like, they dragged him under the deck, and they were going to town on. Like, anyways, scary. But it was an excellent closer for Brad Williams when he was talking about how he hops on. So the Dalmatian, something about a Dalmatian was...
Dalmatians and little people don't like each other.
Right.
Apparently.
So a Dalmatian was being confrontational to Brad Williams, but his pit bull stepped up to defend him, and then his closer is he jumps on his back and
rides into the sunset.
Rides off into the sunset, which was
the visual
really
is just
great.
Unbelievable.
And you know what? It's so hard to have a strong closer like that on a special, and I feel like that was really good.
Yeah.
He had a couple that really made me laugh. I really liked when he's like, my wife is half Asian, I'm half.
I know.
Another one I liked is talking about how his daughter is also, and I guess dwarf is acceptable too, because he refers to himself, but I guess it's like the N word, you can say it if that's what you are. I don't know.
Or if there's nobody around.
Oh yeah, right.
Like us off camera.
Like as soon as we're done.
Yeah.
He goes, his daughter is going to be like, he can't wait for his daughter to be like, why am I a dwarf? And he's going to be like, I don't know. maybe you get it from your mom.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a lot of that. There wasn't anything that I found really intriguing. It was entertaining, and he's
Yeah.
the physicality is hilarious. Like when he's talking about when he was starting the lawnmower.
Yeah.
So funny the
Yeah.
way, because his arms are literally like this long. Like even he's a tiny little guy, and then his arms look even short for him. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah, they do. Yeah.
And so he does this act out for starting the lawnmower, which is like he takes 2 steps and does this and jumps in the air.
No, it's
So funny.
dude.
And then the apple picking thing is
apple
like he's
picking.
just like pointing up.
So yeah, just like I don't know. I really liked it. I know it's nothing groundbreaking, but it was cool. Refreshing in an old school way.
Yeah, for sure. I guess I just kind of, and maybe, I don't know, I don't feel like a bit of an asshole saying this maybe, but like, if he wasn't a little person, what would be left?
Well, you know what?
And I know he is, that's what he is. So that's, maybe that's mean to say, but
I think, because I wrote down, he's so clear. The way he communicates is so unmistakably efficient and clear.
yeah.
And he pounds the point home in a way that's just, there's no ambiguity whatsoever. He reminded me of Chris Rock in that sense.
His delivery is incredible.
Do you know how Chris Rock will just take a subject and just run with it and just drive it down your fucking throat?
Yeah.
And until it just fucking breaks. Like, I found him that way, and I found him, he was never really like, oh, where's this going, or
No.
how is this going to play out? It's like, he lets you know right where he is, which, like clarity, Jerry, clarity, which is so important in comedy.
Yeah. It's the opposite of what I was talking of comics, but it's a special. So obviously he's not going up with a notebook being like, oh,
Yeah.
don't you hate airlines? Like, but no, concise. He's a pro. He's an absolute pro. Like he is so clear. You know exactly what he's talking about, and
the flow from one topic to the next was so logical and orderly,
Yes.
right? Like,
Yep.
again, that sounds obvious, but it's not that easy to do.
it was smooth.
You know what I mean?
It was really smooth.
And I think that's something that maybe we've lost a little bit of in comedy in the modern age or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to be wacky and outside the box. And that's cool too, but that clarity, man, that to me, that's so,
Important.
what's the word? Pinnacle or primordial,
Primeval?
crawled out of the water, grew legs.
Prime rib?
I think so.
Yeah. For me, I would say I agree completely. I would just say for me there was nothing that really grabbed me. Like nothing that went like, oh, that's, you know what I mean? Like, because I want something that's like, oh, that's interesting. I've never thought of that in that way before or whatever. And I guess nothing. And there was the Carol thing kind of bothered me a little bit.
I don't know how to feel about that either.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like, she's a real person.
So if this is a real person, he's obviously gone to her and been like, listen, I'm going to be, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's his thing. Maybe that's the way he's being outside the box or original or breaking boundaries.
Yeah.
Which is, again, wouldn't be my choice.
I didn't buy it. Here's what I don't buy. I don't buy that there is his wife's best friend. Like, you know how it is. Like, my wife's best friend, if I shit on her for an hour,
Your life is fucked up.
like, my wife's gonna be mad. My friend is gonna be mad. That relationship is gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, maybe she's real. Maybe what he's saying has a certain element of truth to it. But if it is real and that's her real name and these are real things, he's definitely at least gone to her, or they've gone to her like as a couple and been like, listen, I'm going to joke about these things. The material's too good. I need it for this special. So, but like, are you cool with it? You know, give me your blessing kind of thing.
It kind of reminded me.
Because I've done that with my wife before. I've been like, I have this joke where, because she doesn't like when I talk about her. I don't, that makes sense. But like, I've been like, listen, I have this joke. It's really nothing personal. It's nothing defamatory. You know what I mean? It's just, it's on the topic of you and marriage or whatever.
Yep. It's on the topic of you and how you never shut the fuck up in the kitchen. God.
Bitch. Yeah.
It reminded me of when Fluffy was talking about having that interaction with the homeless person outside of the McDonald's, and then it became like, oh, what did you refer to me as? And it became this whole like kind of embellished conglomeration of archetypes and stories that became this like almost like a fable.
Yeah.
I could see that being this with Carol. It's the kind of like he felt a lot of these things with a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
And it all got turned into one person named Carol who happened to be the best friend, but that's probably not the real case.
I also just find the like person's name, like insert person's name as a punchline to be overdone. And I kind of go
I think it was bigger 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
It kind of had its day. Because, you know, like...
All right, Gerald.
Exactly. Yeah. And I just found it to be kind of... That's what it kind of became. So, anyways, I didn't hate it. I was just kind of like, eh. So, yeah, I guess it goes back to what you said. He is kind of... he's a bit of a throwback.
Yeah.
And that's nice in a way. Man, I love, we're just talking about buying a VCR. I love a good throwback, you know what I mean? Send me back to times where you could afford a loaf of bread on a middle-class income.
Right.
But, very funny. You gotta, for him, you gotta watch it. Because when I first just listened to it, while I was working.
Oh, yeah. No, because it's the visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, his visuals are so good.
Yeah. The physicality when you're a little person stand-up comedian is crucial.
It's just that, and again, it's like, I know I've already said this a bunch of different ways already, but like using that to your advantage, taking your quote-unquote disability and flipping it and making that your advantage now.
Yeah.
That's the funny physicality part of your act is literally integrated with your disability in a primal way. That's pretty fucking cool. I really like that. Mm-hmm. I know I feel like we've gone too far that way in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of makes up disabilities and like, I'm autistic and bisexual and da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Do you know who's great at that though? Do you know Josh? Is it Josh Blue?
I've heard of that guy. I've tried to watch.
He's so funny.
I haven't.
He's pretty funny and he's got a ton of material too. I think he's got like 4 specials or something, if not more. But and he's disabled. I don't know if it's some kind of cerebral palsy or something.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, you know what's like when it's a visual disability, then you're like, well, you can't make up being a little person.
No.
But you can make up being obsessive compulsive.
Sure.
Like someone's talking about that on stage. I'm like, I guess I believe you. I have no proof of that.
Yeah. It's not, it's like when people talk about going to therapy or whatever. Yeah. It's like, okay, you know, it's easy to make yourself sound like, or it's like saying like, I'm an addict or whatever. It's like, okay, well, painting yourself in a certain light so you can have material about it, but it's like, is that really you, or is that a setup for your material, or
or pretending to be
something you're not, or even just like leaning into something. Yeah,
honestly,
I've seen that too. Because there's a show where it's like, Bavin does a show for
fucking comics though. It's so stupid because how about this one, the horoscope show? You got to be born between this date and this date,
Yeah.
a cancer, to apply for the show.
Yeah.
Call for spots.
Right.
Everybody from every fucking birthday, spots, like
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah.
There's a clear distinction here.
Right.
If you don't fall in that category, you're not on the show.
Yeah.
We don't get, comics are just so, we want everything. We want to be on every show.
Yeah. And then like, yeah. So are you disabled because you have ADD or whatever?
And a ton of people have already joked about this, but yeah, like, I'll suck a dick for get on the bisexual show, no problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but we are like that. So I think when you can see it clear as day in front of your face, and then not only that, but they're doing funny motions with it, like it's undeniable. You can't argue with it. There's no I don't know. There's no uncertainty whatsoever. You're like, this guy really was born with a shit lot, and or maybe I would be. I don't know. Fuck. It's hard to talk about this shit, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, would he turn around and be like, "Whoa, why is it a shit lot? I'm empowered. I'm da da da."
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, he's definitely born shorter than other people.
Yeah.
In an undeniable way. The math doesn't lie, and then he's using that physicality to his advantage.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's no getting around, like, you can't say that you're not at a disadvantage when you're born with a physical disability. We live in a world that is built for quote unquote normal people who you know, have 4 limbs, 10 toes and fingers, and you know. But side note, did you hear about that the Paralympic cornhole guy that murdered somebody?
I think I might have, yeah.
He's got like one finger on like stumps and like no legs, I think, or like just stumps for legs.
Clearly it was the trigger finger.
He's got the trigger figure. That's hard to say. No, that's a wah wah wah. But then he killed a guy.
Yeah.
And then, you heard about this?
I think I did.
Yeah. Well, I heard Mark Norman joking about it, and then I was like, what is this? Because he didn't really explain what happened. He was like a cornhole champion, and then killed a guy, and then like convinced people to get rid of the body for him. And then I think now he's in jail. I think he's been like convicted of it.
Totally Mansoned that one.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's more impressive than killing someone, is convincing other people to do your dirty work.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The potential on this guy.
God damn, he should really apply himself.
With no limbs. Imagine.
He could have been so much more than a cornholist.
Right? So anyways, there's him, Brad Williams, Peter Dinklage.
B-dubs.
And Wee Man. So yeah, anyways, I thought it was good. Starfish. The Starfish joke was funny. He's talking about if it was in an argument with his wife or something where
sleep on the couch.
She's like, you gotta sleep on this couch. She's like, no problem. He's like, I jump on there. Starfish. Pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm gonna watch more.
Yeah.
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 I like the B-dubs.
Yeah. Again, I feel like with the last week's special too, didn't quite. It's funny. The more I've watched since we've been doing this podcast, I'm watching more specials than I've ever watched in my life, and I'm definitely figuring out what I gravitate towards and what I find interesting, and there's different styles of humor. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I'm definitely most intrigued by sort of like the clever comparisons, observations, and callbacks. That's what gets me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Fired up.
It's weird though, because it's just I think I've been around when you're in the scene for a while.
Yeah.
You start to be around, and you start to see the trends come and go, and it gets tired and whatever. And so, in a weird way, it's like I like the throwback comedy.
Yeah.
I like it before I like. To a time when I would have just been starting out, or even before that, I like looking at that stuff because I'm like, oh yeah, it wasn't always this little fucking weird melting pot or whatever.
Yeah,
you know? Like, yeah. So, and this gave me those vibes.
Yeah, there's something nostalgic about it for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on.
Yeah, Brad Williams, Starfish. It was on
YouTube.
It was on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny guy.
Sick.
Sweet.
Let's keep this train rolling.
That was another episode of Aren't We Special?
Oh.
That was a good one. That was maybe the best one I've done so far.
We got to work on our syncopation. Your
sorry.
rhythm was different
I'll
on
let
that
you know
one.
next time.
Well, we'll get our timing down.
All right. See you next week.
Peace out.